So I'm aware that a lot of my social media videos are based on what I'm doing in Watford, but of course most of my week is spent here in Parliament, and so I'm going to start sharing some of the behind the scenes work that I'm doing here. Now, just to give you an example, today I've put in to speak in the DCMS debate. The way it works, it's a bit like a lottery. You put in for the ballot. If you're chosen in the ballot, you get onto what's called the call list. I'm number 41 in the call list today, so that could mean that I don't get called at all. I'm hoping that I do. And the question I'm going to ask today is based on what people are telling me. So today I'm asking about Watford Football Club. I speak to Glyn Evans at Watford Football Club very regularly about the concerns that he's got and what work they're doing to get crowds back in, and also the brilliant work they've done over many months to help the community. So I'd better rush so I don't miss the start of the questions.
Dean Russell.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Throughout the pandemic, Watford Football Club have done the right thing. They've helped the community, our local hospital, and followed guidance. I speak regularly to Glyn Evans, who's the Operations Director at Watford Football Club, and he shared the frustrations that despite following all the guidance and all the rules that were put forward to them over the past few weeks and months to make sure they can get crowds back in the stadium, they are now unable to do so. What he would like to know, and what I would like to know from my right honourable friend, is can we make sure that any new measures take into account the work that's already been done to ensure that the crowds can get back into the stadium, that they're safe, but also they don't have to undo all the work that they've been doing over the previous months. Thank you.
Minister.
I thank the honourable member for his comments. Again, I know he's a huge fan of sports. We've talked about this as well. He's absolutely right that many clubs went for enormous measures to put social distancing, hygiene and other measures in place in anticipation of opening. Those efforts will not be wasted. We want to start again as soon as possible. We didn't want to stop clubs from opening. We had to in the face of the increase in infections, and we want to get back to business as soon as possible.
So I've just got back. Thankfully, even though I was number 41 on the list, I got called. One of the things you might notice in the chamber when you watch people on TV is that they'll be ticking away on their list. And usually what they're doing is marking where the people are in the list so that they know when they're going to get called. Managed to get called. I asked my question about Watford Football Club and whether they'll need to have the measures changed that they've already put into place. But that's just a snippet of just 1 hour in my day. All days are very different, but I look forward to updating you on other things that I'm doing behind the scenes, and perhaps the next time that I do a speech I'll show you behind the scenes on that too.